Do you honestly believe or think that your Evolving Skies booster box in 10 to 20 years is going to be worth as much as a base set booster box? As much as any of the WOTC products that are out there currently? I think you're absolutely crazy if you think that. I mean, that's a huge misconception that we're continually hearing in the Pokemon world. When it comes to investing and that kind of stuff, we're seeing a lot of that is the reason why you shouldn't invest in things is because it's just not going to do that. But we're going to go over that. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at some numbers, and we're just going to look at the facts of what you could expect here as you move through this journey in the Pokemon investing. But you're going to notice a couple changes here in the channel, and on Wednesdays, by Wednesday's video, it's going to be complete. But first thing we did is we changed the name right here to Northwoods TCG. The reason being is that it's a little bit more flexible for what we do. We do more investing, marketing, and what's happening in new sets, and less with the collecting aspect of it only, just because we have a collection, but we really don't display it and we don't work with it much, but we tell you what we're adding to it, and eventually we will show it off. But the TCG that we have right here, of course, allows us to do that and gives us that flexibility that we're looking for. Also, we're on the road to 500, so definitely make sure you hit that subscribe, the notify, and the like. It's great help. We can get 25 likes in this video, guys. You've been fantastic. It's not too bad. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps us out a ton. We, of course, do marketing, we do products, and we do openings here. And we like to just keep you up to date with what's happening in the Pokemon TCG. But let's just talk about what kind of misconceptions we're seeing when it comes to the investing side of things. This is one big misconception we have when it comes to modern sealed product is you're going to make a booster box go from $100 and in 10 to 20 years, it's going to be worth $10,000 to $100,000. If you're in that mindset and you have that perception that this will happen, it's not, guys. I mean, realistically, WOTC has got its own little niche bubble. It had a big cutoff. Everything in that is unique, and it's not going to ever be printed again. It's never coming back. Anything in the current Pokemon could always be reprinted, of course, because Pokemon International back then, Pokemon USA is all the same company, so everything's up for grabs. Not that they will, but it's always in the back of someone's mind that this could happen, but WOTC, never. It's never going to be printed again. It's locked down, sealed, and finished. So that gives it its own little bubble, and these products will continue to move forward just because of that. Now, what do you really want to be looking for when it comes to investing? I see still a lot of people like to just destroy people when they talk about investing in a Pokemon TCG. They like to sit there and just tell them, nope, this is not possible. You're never going to make money on this. You're never going to see what you did with the past. You know, too many people have this stuff. Too much of this is out there. Everybody's holding on the product. And like we talked on the first video with misconceptions, that's just what they think. They think that you're going to be doing this. And people have this idea that you're going to be making, you know, $10,000 in 20 years. It's just not going to happen, guys. It's just not physically something that will be done. But let's look at what you could really expect when it comes to the Pokemon TCG. And let's just go to the simple, and this is a guesstimate for what I'm thinking is going to happen. So this is personally what I'm figuring is that the Pokemon, or the Pikachu V box. Let's just go back to Shining Fates. You got the Pikachu V collection box. It's a nice box. It's got Pikachu as the front runner. It's really a flashy standout box. And let's just say you can find that at Walmart right now. They just printed a bunch of them, so you can go to Walmart right down the street and get them for about $20. Now let's just say you wait 2 to 3, even 4 years down the road, and that box is selling for $30. I know right now it's actually almost selling at $30, even in its current state, but let's just say it stays at $30. What are you looking at for a profit in 3 years on that box? 50% profit, guys. Realistically, that's a darn good gain, and there aren't too many other industries in which you can do that. Crypto, sometimes. Stocks, no. Bank account, definitely not going to happen. Bonds, no. I mean, there's very few investment opportunities. Maybe real estate, but real estate's driven by the market. It could go down incredibly fast. It can go up incredibly fast, depending on where you purchase and move things. So, once again, these are just a 50% gain for possibly 2 to 3 years of sitting on a product. Is that a bad thing? And you could actually do it quicker. I mean, if you're trying to just make some money and invest to make more investment opportunities in yourself in Pokemon TCG, set a goal for where you want that box to be sold at. So if I buy a box at $20, my goal is to sell it at $30. As soon as it hits $30, I'm listing it to try and do that. That is a great investment strategy for when you're starting out, or when you're a seasoned veteran in investing and you're just trying to continually roll into better and bigger products, or maybe trying to get to that WOTC era, or back past black and white into this, heart gold, soul silver, diamond and pearl. I mean, even going back to GX. I mean, those are just all options that you need to be looking for. The next thing I'm going to show up here, of course, is an ETB. I'm going to go with a holiday ETB just because they always seem to perform a little better. And even if you want to put the Pokemon exclusive ETBs, that's another one that is at that $50 range. So let's just say that you do purchase this at $50. Now you look 2 years down the road, and we look historically, of course, it could change, but historically, this is what we've seen. It goes to around $110 to $120. So I'm going to use $120 as a good base point for this, because that's where Hidden Fates went to. That's where Champion's Path is headed right now for the same time frame. We also are looking at a lot of these Pokemon exclusives are pushing 80 to 90. So of course that's not an unrealistic number, and it's doable. I mean, it's not way out of the price range where you can't sell it, and everything kind of moves freely at that point, still at that $120 range. And you're looking at a 3 years of this product, you're looking at 140% gain on an ETB. Once again, where are you going to get those returns? Granted, it's never guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in any investing. If you think that it is, you're in the wrong business to begin with. But if you just look historically at what we've continually seen, you could see 140% gain in 3 to 5 years. Is that bad? No, that's exactly what we're looking for. Once again, if I have an ETB, I set my benchmark for where I want it to get to. When I see it getting to that point, I list it. If I sell it, I sell it. If I don't, it holds a little bit longer. I can always pull it back. I can put it back out. But then I can take that money and roll it back into something else that I want to invest in. Or if I want to collect in something, go ahead and buy a collection piece for yourself with the money you're making from this. The next one I'm going to point out, of course, is a booster box. Let's just go to a standard booster box, and we buy those at a $100 to $110. So let's just say we purchase one at $110, which I can get at pretty much all of my LGSs when they first start out. Now, let's say that in 2 years, once again, historically, look at Cosmic Eclipse, look at all the boxes that are over 2 years of age. We went to over $200, but I'm using $200. That's a good, safe number. I mean, even looks like Sword and Shield's going to be right there in 2 years, and you're going to be really nicely placed at that spot. It's a safe number. So let's just say you get to that $200 mark. What are you looking at for a gain? Again, 82% up on that booster box. Why? Because it's just consistently done that through the history of the markets. That's exactly the safe place. If you figure that number in 2 years, you're going to be good. If you're sitting there trying to plan this booster box out, Evolving Skies, going all the way down to Sword and Shield, even Sun and Moon, XY Evolutions, if you're trying to plan that box being $10,000 in 10 to 20 years, it's not going to happen. There's too much product. That might be a 30 to 50 year goal if you want to sit on something that long. But the one last thing that I really do think that people need to understand is that just because the profit goes up, you have to realize that you're not necessarily making money on this stuff. I know that a lot of people go, well, even if that V-Box goes to 30, from 30 to, instead of 30, goes 25. This is why we always say picking the products that are more exclusive or have historically done this is better. Because if you were to pull, let's just say, a Battle Styles V-Box and put it away on the shelf, and you think that thing's going to make money, and it goes to $23. Well, yeah, you made $3. Even if it goes to $25, okay, it went to $25, and I've got to pay fees and tax and stuff and shipping, and it goes down to $23. I made $3 per box, and it sat there for 3 years. Is there a better use for your money at that point? Absolutely. That's why some of these products are just, they look good. They're going to go up in value more than likely. I mean, hardly anything goes backwards past that MSRP mark. And if you purchase it at your local Walmart and that, you know that that's where you're going to be. But is there better places to put your money? That's where some investors say scattershot, hit everything to cover your bases and make sure that you're done. Personally, I like to do that with booster boxes because booster boxes have historically done really well on almost every set. You can all the way go back to Black and White, XY Evolutions, all of them. They do extremely well, given 5 years down the road, that they're going to perform fairly well, and you're going to be going up possibly 100% on these booster boxes to 200%, depending on how well they perform, you know, and how exciting the set is, such as Vivid Voltage and Evolving Skies. You could potentially see 150 to 200% gain in 5 to 10 years. But the fact is that is there better places to put your money if you're trying to do an investment? Absolutely. Research the product, see the popularity of it. Am I going to put my money, $20, on an Urshifu box, or am I going to put my money on a Pikachu box? I'm going to pick Pikachu. Am I going to put it on a Calyrex box, or am I going to put it on a Gengar box? Gengar is going to take my money every day. Same thing with, if you go through the list, go to Evolving Skies. We still haven't really seen the V-Boxes. They should be coming out here next week, December 3rd. So there's going to be an opportunity there on Friday to actually be looking at that product. But am I going to take the old school OG Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon over any of the other ones? Or Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon? Absolutely. I'm going to take those guys all day. They've performed extremely well throughout history. Their past is pretty sound, and they have a great following. So guys, these are all great places to put your money, and there are definitely better places to put your money at the end of the day. Do your research, find out which is more exclusive, find out the history on a lot of these items to see which ones have performed year over year, time over time, and them are going to give you the best options. Always look for mainline characters, as I've said before. Always look for the boxes that are hot and doing extremely well. That's why sometimes scattershotting these boxes at the beginning are an extremely good idea. So, like I said, once again, just personally, that's what we do. That's what we're looking at. It's not, I'm not going to tell you how to do it because I don't know your financial situation, but that's my suggestions to anybody that's getting into investment is don't expect 2,000, 3,000, 10,000% gains on these products. Expect these 20 to 50 to 100% gains, and you'll be doing extremely well in the Pokemon TCG, especially come 2 to 3 years down the line. Other than that, guys, like I said, we do have the name change below, as you can see right here. We're going to go with Northwoods TCG. We're going to be changing the channel name to that. Don't be surprised by the change. It's just to make things a little bit more cohesive when people are finding our channel and doing stuff. But other than that, if you're new here, be sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and hit the like, guys. We can get 25. It's extremely helpful. If you do like this content, as normal, putting up these 2 videos over here, go ahead and check them out. And with that being said, we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.